Hi, I'm Yumna from Feelgoodfoodie, and today I'm going to share with you a Lebanese chicken fatteh recipe. Fatteh is basically an Arabic word that means crumbs. And so as you can imagine, this is like a hodgepodge of a lot of different things coming together. What I do in my Lebanese chicken fatteh is I use chicken, some pita bread, pine nuts, parsley, chickpeas, and top it all off with some warm garlicky yogurt sauce. And that's really what binds us all together and makes it all come together so wonderfully. So first what I'm gonna do is toast some pine nuts. So I'll pour some olive oil in here. And this pan is a little bit big for pine nuts, I get that, but I like to just bake everything in this pan. So I'll start with the pine nuts, and I'll also toast the bread in here, and also I'll cook the chicken in there as well after. It's important to just keep nursing them and just spreading them all around so they don't get too brown and they don't burn, because they can cook really fast. Pine nuts have browned, and we want to take them out of the heat as soon as possible and pour them back into this dish. Next, we're gonna fry up the bread. You can also toast the bread if you prefer. I like frying it up and just getting it all infused in the olive oil. It gives it a nice crunchy taste. This is the pita bread I like to buy. It's super thin, and it's a traditional kind that I grew up having. So you can usually find this at Middle Eastern markets. And I'm finding more and more big grocery stores are also starting to carry them, so that's great. We'll take all of this pita that's cut up and toss it in here. And this is going to cook really fast, so we want to nurse it as much as possible and continuously toss it so it gets nice and coated in the olive oil. Just add a little bit of salt on top, add a little bit of flavor with the black pepper, and you can also add a little bit more olive oil. There's really no measurement when it comes to frying up the pita bread. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to fry this up, and you'll know it's done when the bread is nice and golden. And it'll be a little bit crunchy as well. So now that it's ready, I will go ahead and transfer it to our big bowl. And in this dish is where we'll layer everything. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and cook the chicken. I'll place the chicken right on the skillet. And to marinate the chicken, you can really use any kind of seasoning you want. I have on here salt, pepper, coriander, and some thyme and garlic powder. And while that chicken is cooking, we can go ahead and assemble some other parts of this. I have on here some chickpeas that are rinsed and drained, and I'll just toss them on here as well. We'll add some pine nuts now over here. And then I also have some chopped parsley, and I'll put that in here as well. I like to let the chicken rest for a little bit after cooking it before I slice it, just so all the juices can get really absorbed into the chicken. And while the chicken is resting there, I'm gonna go ahead and cook the garlic yogurt sauce now. Put a little bit of olive oil, some garlic, and then put the fresh yogurt on top and just whisk it all together until it's warm. It's important to keep it on low fire just so that the yogurt doesn't curdle up. And so I'm just gonna whisk it up until it all gets blended together and gets nice and warm. And then I'll add a little bit of salt just to season it up. So the yogurt is all set. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the chicken up now, and it doesn't matter how you cut up the chicken. You can shred it, you can just cut them up into cubes. I'll just kind of roughly slice them up. So at this point, the dish is almost done. We've got the pine nuts, chickpeas, chicken, fried pita bread, parsley, and now the yogurt sauce. Normally when we're serving this, we serve the yogurt sauce on the side, but sometimes you can also find them served together. So I'll go ahead and ladle this right over it, and it becomes kind of like a soup in a way. It becomes a nice savory dish with the yogurt over it. So we'll pour that on. Once we're all done, I'll just add a little bit more pine nuts on top and a little bit more parsley on top. And I'll give this all a toss, and it's ready to go. So this is what the final product will look like for the Lebanese chicken fatteh. This is something that I grew up with, and it's very popular in Lebanon, and it's got lots of flavor, tons of protein in here, and I hope you try it and love it. For the full recipe and the video, check out feelgoodfoodie.net.